Hey guys, just doing to do a real quick video. We got a new camera woman today. Zoe's behind the controls. Mariah's laying down. She's resting. We're expecting the baby any day now. I just wanted to talk about this North Korea situation real quick. A lot of guys seem to be interested in it. I know Pastor Fox was talking about it the other night. And anytime Pastor Fox talks, you should probably at least listen. The man's pretty plugged in. I've got a different take on North Korea, though, and I want to throw it out there. North Korea is not currently a direct threat to the United States. I've checked all the information I can find. They have not demonstrated that they have a missile that can even reach Hawaii, let alone the west coast of the United States. They've also yet to demonstrate that they have a miniaturized warhead that they could fit on a missile, if they did have one that could reach Hawaii or the west coast of the United States. So they are not currently a direct threat to us. Now they do have missiles they can fit, they do have warheads they can fit on missiles that can fire off of submarines. They have not yet proven that they can get a submarine close enough for one of those missiles to work. Now there's a couple things to keep in mind here. Just because they're not a direct threat to the continental or to the United States, homeland, doesn't mean they're not a direct threat to our national security. They are. Anytime North Korea gets a technology, they instantly turn around and sell it to the Iranians. Also, we have a lot of allies in the area. We have a lot of troops within 30 miles of Pyongyang. All of our troops along the DMZ are within 30 miles of Pyongyang. Pyongyang does have a very real artillery threat. They could strike at about 28,000 American troops. So it is not that they are not a threat to America's national security or to our national interests. They are not currently a threat to our homeland. Now, they claim to be. They claim to have missiles that can almost hit the continental United States. They claim to have a miniaturized warhead. And since they make those claims, as a national policy, we have to confront them like they actually have those capabilities. And yes, I believe we have to take out the North Korean regime. But they have demonstrated nothing that suggests they're even a remote threat against the American homeland. Now, there is an alternate take on all of this. The alternate take is that all of these so-called failed missile launches they've had over the last couple months have actually just been tests that they aborted once they achieved their test goals. And that these so-called failures are actually them accomplishing their immediate goal and aborting the test once their goal was complete. The alternate take also says that they do have the technology to get a rocket into orbit. In theory, that means they're that one step closer to having an ICBM. But there's all sorts of steps between being able to get a rocket into orbit and being able to get it back down on target. They have yet to demonstrate the capability for re-entry, to aim. There's no indication that they can make a rocket go where they want it to go once they get it in the air. They are not currently a threat to our homeland. Now, like I said, that doesn't mean we don't have to think about them or worry about them, but this is not what's going to knock out the grid and send us into the dark ages. North Korea is China's pit bull, and when China needs some credibility on the world stage, they kick North Korea, and North Korea starts barking, and then China says, well, deal with us and we'll calm them down, when China's the one that got them all stirred up to begin with. 80% of North Korea's economy goes through China. China owns North Korea. What China says, North Korea does. So all of this hoopla right now is about China trying to gain leverage over the Trump administration with all these trade deals that are going to be coming up. That's all this is about. This is about China trying to get leverage with trade deals. China cannot stand up to America. Do not listen to the propaganda. Don't listen to the propaganda. China cannot stand up to America. China just commissioned its second aircraft carrier, but just because it commissioned its second aircraft carrier, that aircraft carrier is still 3 years away from being deployed. They have one aircraft carrier, and it's an old Ukrainian cast-off aircraft carrier. All right? They have one aircraft carrier that the Ukrainians can't use anymore. I haven't been able to find detailed information on this, but I have not been able to find a single picture of that aircraft carrier that had more than 3 airplanes on it. I cannot claim that's all the airplanes they have to come off that aircraft carrier. All I'm saying is I have yet to find a picture with more than 3 planes on the deck of that aircraft carrier. Surprising considering how much China wants to show off or claim it has this huge military capability right now. China cannot afford for America to shut up North Korea, because if America goes in unilaterally without China and goes into their backyard and shuts their dog up, China loses all kinds of face and credibility as a threat in the region. And there's nothing more important to China than their perception as a power in that region, especially in the South China Sea or the Sea of Japan, however you want to look at it. So this is not going to go to a war. China can't afford a war. China can't afford to be shown up losing a war and lose all that prestige and everything in the region. China is going to handle the North Korea situation. Kim Jong-un is going to shut right up once China exploits all the economic advantage they can out of the situation. Once they figure they can't get anything more out of these trade deals and everything in negotiations with Trump, they'll calm Kim Jong-un back down, or they'll depose him. Trust me. There is a Chinese assassin within 500 foot of Kim Jong-un at all times. The Chinese have this situation under control. This is all about realpolitik and diplomacy and all sorts of stuff. This one ain't going to a war, folks. Now there is a possibility that the Chinese lose control of the situation, and Kim Jong-un, in a fit of desperation, starts launching missiles and artillery shells locally. At South Korea, he might try to get one to Japan, although there's no real indication that he can hit Japan. So he could cause a lot of damage in the area if the Chinese lose control of the situation. My guess, though, is that his generals won't put up with that. These generals aren't stupid. They know what's going on. They know who the real power is. Anyway, that's me talking, guys. I appreciate your time. Take it easy.